Hey, welcome back, Evil's Comics. I'm Evil Mike, and I got another review for you. This is from Dynamite. This is Mirka and Andolfo's Red Sonja, issue number 3. It is written by Mirka and Andolfo, and the main cover is also drawn by Mirka and Andolfo. It is also co-written by Luca Blengino. Illustration by Giuseppe Cafaro, colorist by Chiara de Francia, and then letters by Hassan Otsmune-Elhaou. I'm pretty sure I butchered a bunch of those names. No disrespect whatsoever. Um, we are continuing on with Red Sonja. This is my first journey with Red Sonja. I've never read a Red Sonja comic before this. I have seen the movie. I know of her character. But as far as like following her many journeys over the years, nope, I've never done it. This is my first read, and so far I'm actually loving it. The art and the story is. The story for me is kind of basic, but sometimes that's great too. It doesn't have to be all intricate, all scientific and super intelligent, But basically, we are following, Red Sonja, and she has been tasked to, like, at the first, was track down this little girl, and I think her name is Sita. Um, and that's what I'm going to call her for the rest of the. I'm bad with names. But anyways, Red Sonja was tasked with tracking down and recovering Sita. She was a stolen, supposedly of royalty or something like that in the get-go, as Red Sonja was told. But basically given a bounty, and Red Sonja fulfilled on that part. She ended up getting injured at the end of the first issue. The second issue was all about the recovery, and by the end of the third, she was already recovered, and she had took Sitha back to the basically the guy who set up the bounty for the deal, and now Sitha is on her way back to wherever she first originated from, her mom and dad supposedly, but yeah, we don't know. Um, After having like second thoughts, Red Sonja kind of feels like the deal might have some evil tides to it. So eventually, Red Sonja does turn back, and she goes after Sitha, and that is like she does approach the guy who set up the bounty, offering the gold back in return for getting Sitha back, and the guy basically starts casting magic and turns into some kind of like crazy tentacly something that we saw at the end of the second issue. And now we're into the third, starting right off with that battle with Red Sonja and the tentacly monster or whatever that ends up getting bigger and massive as the fight goes, but doesn't last for too long because Red Sonja ends up slicing and dicing all the way down. She does end up killing the monster, slicing it in two, and she heads off to trying to track down where they took Sitha to. She ends up having this like investigation type of scenario where she ends up talking to a lot of the people around the town from different bars, taverns, that kind of thing. And she does kind of get the general direction with the stress that she would have to be fast to get there. She does end up getting like supposedly a godlike super fast horse that is sold to her, and when she gets to the next town, she is told that that Sitha is already being moved away to like some docks, getting ready to be loaded on a boat by some a brother and a sisterhood team or something like that. She does end up running into this hermit along the path as she is, heading toward the docks, and the hermit has ties with maybe her past and previous journeys. Without my more intense knowledge into Red Sonja, I don't really know what to say about this hermit character, just that he seems to have more connections from her past comics. But he does end up popping up twice, but just to kind of like, hey, remember that time we were and then he kind of goes off. I think it's just a reminder for like long time readers, something like that, and maybe some foreshadowing of things to come. Um, but the comic continues. She does end up making it to the docks, and she does find the boat that they are loading Sitha on, and she does find out that they are underneath the boat, and this is kind of where she leaves the hermit at, because she expresses that she needs to do it stealthy and quick as possible so she can get to Sitha before they do whatever they're trying to do. And we do see on the reader's version that they are trying to do some type of magic, and as she's saying this, we do see that that these wizards, it's like a brother and sister team. They almost look identical, like some white haired, but they with robes, but they're basically doing this summoning spell or something, and we do see like Sitha kind of float into the deck, below the deck, which is impossible, right? But it looks like a portal is opened up or something like that. As this is happening, Red Sonja kind of like, jumps the boat. She ends up starting to kill the guards that are set up on the top, and it is nighttime, so she's able to kind of sneak in a little bit. But as soon as she starts killing them, the guards are like, "Hey!" And luckily, the character we met in the second issue pops up and ends up starting to help her assassinate all the guards on the deck, which they do. But it's a Samoosh. And she gladly accepts the help. They end up going down below, and it's this massive fight between like Red Sonja and these two witches. She ends up killing both witches pretty quickly, stating that magic takes too long. Basically it's all verbal and casting and this and that. But by the time, and they do start casting and stuff like that. One of them even starts changing appearance. But I mean, by the time Red Sonja, she's already like, and she has already slit the throat of one of them, and it ends up dying. And the other one kind of gets to transmute for a little bit, and then he's dead too. By the time she gets there, Samoosh and her both realize that there's no, Sitha there, and they don't know where she is. But Red Sonja kind of figures out that they already completed the spell that they were doing, and the issue just shows like Sitha in another part, maybe heading to where she was originally from, back to her real mom and dad, but she looks like enraged or something like that. Her eyes look like they're embedded with magic or something like that. But it does give you a little synopsis of the fourth issue that's coming soon, and it does say that Red Sonja is going to have to like grapple with this super powered, Sitha or whatever. But a really great read. I have really enjoyed this so far. We're the third issue, right? And so far the art has been killing it. The story that Mirka has been doing has been well entertaining and has kept me on to issue and issue. This is actually, surprisingly enough, one of my top ones that I look forward to. And of course, it's because of Mirka, but still, it's not. She's not getting a pass. Trust me, I tell you, if it was trash or something like that. I don't mind, spitting on something. No, I'm not going to say that. But that is my honest review. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up. If you like to chat about it, comment down below. Give me your basic thoughts. All right. I will see y'all later. Bye, guys.